The drama surrounding Caitlin Clark has reached a whole new level this offseason. Just when it seemed like the WNBA might finally enjoy a moment of calm, reports broke that the rookie sensation had landed her first major speaking engagement, and the league is in full-blown panic mode. According to multiple insiders, Caitlin's new offseason contract has leaked, and what's inside has everyone in shock. We're talking about numbers that don't just make headlines, they rewrite them. The deal reportedly places her compensation at over $100,000 per appearance, a figure that eclipses what many veteran players make in an entire WNBA season. For months, fans speculated about her earning potential after rumors swirled that she was commanding six figures for speaking engagements, and now it's clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's playing the business game better than anyone ever has. When the leak first surfaced online, even seasoned sports insiders didn't believe it. A single tweet claimed Caitlin had quietly signed a six-figure deal with a private organization, not the WNBA, for an exclusive series of appearances. Within hours, screenshots began to circulate, internal event memos confirming that she'd headline a speaking engagement with the Long Island Association in New York. The event, scheduled for October 29th, would feature Caitlin discussing her record-breaking rookie year, her impact on women's sports, and her cultural influence. But the number attached to that event was what sent shockwaves across the league, $100,000 per session. The WNBA, already recovering from months of PR chaos, suddenly found itself facing a new crisis, one that highlighted just how powerful Caitlin Clark had become, and how little control they had over her growing empire. Executives were blindsided, phones lit up in league offices, emergency calls were made, and marketing teams scrambled to prepare statements that never came. The WNBA's silence was deafening, and the lack of an immediate response only made the leak feel more real. Insiders claimed the league wasn't angry about Caitlin's success. They were furious that the story broke before they could spin it. This wasn't a standard endorsement deal. It was a statement of independence. A rookie, barely a year into her professional career, had just shown that she didn't need league approval to secure opportunities worth more than the average player's annual salary. For a league built on unity and equality, that revelation was devastating. While most players spend their off-season overseas chasing modest contracts or minor brand partnerships, Caitlin was making executive-level money from a single 2-hour appearance. That kind of financial power sent ripples through the WNBA. Suddenly, players began to question the system itself. How could one rookie make more in a week than her teammates make all year? Why was the league's salary cap still so restrictive when fans were clearly willing to pay premium prices to see stars like Caitlin? For years, veterans had fought for better pay, more visibility, and respect from sponsors. But Caitlin had achieved it all without the league's help, and that sparked an uncomfortable conversation, one that the WNBA wasn't ready to have. The backlash was immediate. Social media exploded with both admiration and resentment. Fans praised Caitlin as a trailblazer who was finally proving that women's basketball had financial power. Others accused her of stealing the spotlight, of making it harder for the league to seem unified. Inside locker rooms, the tension was palpable. Some players reportedly felt blindsided, even betrayed, that the league's biggest rookie was getting deals they had only dreamed about. "We built the foundation, and she's walking on marble floors," one anonymous veteran reportedly told an insider. But even that bitterness couldn't stop the reality that was unfolding. Caitlin Clark was becoming something the WNBA had never seen before, a brand bigger than the league itself. The media frenzy didn't help. ESPN, Fox Sports, and countless podcasts jumped on the story, dissecting every angle of her leaked contract. Within hours, Caitlin Clark was trending nationwide. Talk show hosts debated her marketability, analysts discussed the WNBA's salary cap, and fans took sides online. Some accused the league of jealousy, claiming officials were trying to suppress Caitlin's momentum. Others defended the WNBA, arguing that too much power in one player's hands could create division. But in every conversation, one truth was clear. Caitlin Clark was the center of attention, and no one else even came close. As the headlines mounted, the league's silence became its own story. Fans began to speculate that officials were intentionally avoiding the topic to downplay her dominance. But that strategy backfired. The more they ignored it, the more it grew. ESPN insiders later hinted that executives were told to tone down coverage of the leak to protect the league's image, and when that rumor surfaced, outrage exploded online. Hashtags like Chalk or Let Caitlin Cook and Tark Support CC flooded social media, accusing the WNBA of hypocrisy. Fans argued that male athletes are praised for maximizing their marketability, yet when Caitlin did the same, she was labeled a problem. The double standard was impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, Caitlin remained silent through it all, and that silence spoke volumes. No interviews, no tweets, no statements. Her team didn't deny the leak, nor did they confirm it. That calm, calculated quietness made her even more powerful. Sponsors saw it as confidence, fans saw it as grace, and the WNBA saw it as defiance. Every day she stayed quiet. Her mystique grew. Every photo, every appearance, every rumor kept her trending. What could have been a PR nightmare turned into a masterclass in brand control. Caitlin Clark wasn't running from controversy. She was letting it elevate her. Behind the scenes, executives were panicking. Some argued that the league should celebrate her success to show unity. Others feared that doing so would make the WNBA look weak, as if they were bowing down to a single player. But the longer they waited, the clearer it became that they had already lost control of the narrative. Caitlin's story was no longer theirs to tell. Every outlet, every podcast, every influencer was shaping her legend, and none of them needed the league's permission. By the time October 29th arrived, Caitlin Clark's highly anticipated speaking event had become a full-blown spectacle. The Long Island venue was sold out weeks in advance. Cameras lined the entrances, reporters broadcast live coverage, and fans crowded outside just to catch a glimpse of her. When Caitlin stepped onto that stage, the energy was electric. She wasn't there as a player under contract, she was there as her own brand. Her speech wasn't about the drama or the rumors. It was about leadership, perseverance, and the importance of staying grounded in moments of chaos. Yet every word carried a message that couldn't be missed. Caitlin Clark doesn't need permission to shine. When she walked off stage to a standing ovation, even her critics had to admit it, Caitlin Clark had redefined what it means to be a professional athlete. Her leaked contract didn't destroy her reputation. It strengthened it. What was meant to embarrass her had become a victory lap. The WNBA could no longer contain her success, and the world knew it. Now, the league faces a crossroads. It can either adapt to this new reality or be left behind by it. Caitlin Clark's rise isn't just a sports story, it's a revolution. She's shown that athletes can take ownership of their image, build their own legacy, and succeed on their own terms. For fans, it's inspiring. For executives, it's terrifying. But one thing is undeniable. Caitlin Clark isn't just changing the game. She's changing the rules altogether. And now the question falls to you. Is Caitlin Clark helping elevate women's basketball, or is her growing power becoming too much for the WNBA to handle? Do you think the league should celebrate her independence, or are they right to feel threatened by her success? Let me know what you think in the comments below.